AI's mapping editor offers quick and powerful tools allowing you to control and adjust your projection output very quickly and simply from venue to venue. First of all, let's add a screen fixture. I've got a model already made for this screen fixture, so I'm going to bring it in and drag it onto the fixture icon at the bottom of the page. Next, I'm going to add a projector to the project. I'm going to select the projector fixture, and I'm going to go and enter my correct aspect ratio. This is going to be 16/9, and the correct lens ratio. I'm going to put 0.8. I need to adjust the Z position of the projector to bring it back, adjust the Y position to take it up, and adjust the X rotation to tilt it down towards my target, like so. Okay. Now I need to set the resolution of the screen. So my screen model that I've imported, it's been UV mapped to a 16:9 ratio screen. So I can put any multiple of 16:9. I'm going to put 1920 by 1080. There we go. Now I've got a special template set up for this model already. So I'm going to go onto the performance page, select my screen fixture, and then trigger the template. There we go. So we can see that this template is set up so that each box and each plane on each box is individually coloured and numbered so that we've got reference for each of them. Okay, so let's have a look at the output page. That's the coaxial connector in the bottom left. So we've seen the screen fixture. That's the flat 2D texture, the image as it is. But when we go into the projector fixture, we get a true 3D view of our environment. So if you've got a model which is very real-world accurate, it's going to really speed up the process of your setup. So on the output page for the projector fixture, on the left we see our editor. So this allows us to position our camera view of our model and to zoom in and zoom out and select specific points. And on the right we're going to see a duplicate of what we're seeing on our system video outputs. So first of all, we need to assign the projector to an output. So with my projector selected, I'm going to select output 2, so we can see 2 selected because it's flashing, and then I'm going to left click in this area of the window. Okay, so what we can see here, this is what would be coming out of the projector itself. So one of the key things about the mapping editor is its ability to adjust the positions of the model's points, the vertex points. So if I just select these ones on the right, we'll see these pink dots on the model here. So the model is made of these points, and the faces are stretched or created between those points. So if we can imagine this is coming out of our projector, now quite often you'll get to a venue, and even with the best will in the world, things don't quite match up to your plan. They don't quite sit right. So let's say, for instance, that this block on the right, this number 9, let's say that this bottom corner, this blue, let's say that maybe we want to just pull this bottom corner down just a little bit. So what we do, in the left hand window, we've got 2 modes to this left hand window. So when this text box here that says edit mesh, when the text is black, I can adjust my view. So I can zoom in with my mouse wheel, I can hold the shift button and drag with my left mouse button to rotate, and I can hold the alt button and my left mouse button to pan. So what I can do is I can find the points that I want to edit. So here we go, we're zooming in on this specific block now. And then when I'm ready to choose points, if I click on edit mesh so that the writing turns red, I can then come in and I can actually drag a selection box around points. I can get one or some or quite a few of those points at a time. I can even do shift drag to add points to the selection. I can get those points and I can adjust them. So this is a real key thing with the mapping editor. So when we want to adjust them, on the left here we've got some controls. First of all we've got position controls, so let's just give those a little tweak. So we can adjust it in its X, its Y, and being a 3D environment we can do it in its Z as well. So you can see here on the right the result as well as what we're seeing here in the zoomed in version. So if you imagine, as I said, that maybe we want this back left corner of that blue number 9. We want just that, and maybe we just want to take just that corner down on its own, so I've just selected it on its own. There you go. So you can see how easy it is to stretch and change and alter. If we grab the whole of that box, for instance, we can even move the whole section around, which means that potentially you can even rearrange components of your stage setup and adjust their position from venue to venue. Now, if you notice, the way I've set this model up, we're only seeing the points from this one particular block at the moment, and that's because when the model was generated, the separate components of the model were saved as separate objects within the same model file, rather than being saved as one large object. Now, the benefit of this is that we can use the next and previous object buttons to jump between those components. So now I'm on the B at the back, 3, 7, and so on and so on. Now, for a start, this makes it much easier for us to choose specifically that block. So there I can just loosely grab around and I can move that component around like so. But the other real benefit is when we're doing multi-projection work, if we wanted to have, say, one projector just projecting on the left set of blocks and one projector projecting on the right set of blocks, normally we'd either have to do a hard edge blend or maybe mask out one of the projectors on one side and mask the other on the other side. But we have this tool at the bottom here, remove object. So if we remember that when we use previous and next object, we can jump between those objects. So I can quite literally just remove the object from view, like so, and just leave what I want this specific projector to see. But the real key thing, if we go back to either our stage construction page or our visualizer, we'll see that all the blocks are there. It really is just that particular projector's view that's been altered, and we can remove all of them and then bring them all back again. So that can be a really useful tool for multi-projection setups. So we've got positioning at the top, scaling on 1 and 2 axes, and then rotation, and we've got a selection range. So with a selection range, when I select a vertex, if I increase the range a little, any other vertices which fall within this range will also be selected. So we need to go a little bit more than that. Let's go up to that. There we go. So you can see that I selected all of those that time. We got all of them in one go. Yeah, so it's quick and easy, nice and simple. If you just remember on the left that you've got the two modes: edit mesh black writing, that means you can adjust your view, and edit mesh red writing means you can select and adjust the points.